Have you ever heard of the shopping trolley theory? Don't worry if you've not, because we're going to explore it right now. Okay, going to the supermarket. It's not uncommon, is it? We've all done it. At times, you might just pop into the supermarket to grab a couple of items, but occasionally, life requires a big shop. You might call it the weekly shopping, but in our house, it's the big shop. And the big shop requires a shopping trolley, or a shopping cart if you're watching from across the pond. Now, shopping trolleys are pretty much the same the world over. We've all seen one, we've all pushed one, we've all filled one, we've all sat in one, and we've all lay across the top of one, while our friends or siblings push us through supermarket aisles at great speeds. We've all emptied the contents of our trolley onto the checkout for it to be scanned, and then we've all refilled it once bagged and paid for. Now, I understand this doesn't sound like the making of a potentially inspiring or life-changing theory, but stick with me, people, for this is about to change. You head for the doors. You leave with a trolley full of supermarket treasures. You head for the car. It's further away than you remember. And you, or whoever it is that you're with, they unlock the car and you open the boot. All the shopping bags get hoisted out of the trolley and into the back of the car. And you know what happens next, don't you? Someone needs to return the trolley. The job in hand often naturally defaults to the non-driver of the group, or if you're the only person and you're the driver, then you'll do it. But whatever the situation, let's imagine that you're expected to deliver. Right, so there's choices. You can either return the trolley to the actual supermarket itself, or you can return it to one of the many trolley bays that are scattered all across the car park, designed, of course, to make life easier for those of us that are in a hurry. It's just that sometimes you find yourself parked a fair distance from said supermarket or said trolley bay. Okay, so therefore, naturally, you're faced with a dilemma. To return or not to return? That is the question. And this, my dear friends, is where it gets interesting. To return the shopping trolley is an easy, convenient task, and one that we all recognise as the correct, appropriate thing to do, all right? To return the shopping trolley is, in its simplest form, the right thing to do, and plus, let's not forget, you'll get your pound coin back. Bingo. Now, there are very few reasons to not return the trolley. Dire emergencies, okay? Young kids, cool. Maybe they're in the back of the car, or perhaps you're physically unable to do it. I'm going to give you all of that, but aside from that, returning the trolley is the right thing to do. It doesn't matter that it's someone else's job to put trolleys away. But it's not illegal to not return it. It's not illegal to abandon your trolley in the middle of the car park or on a pavement nearby. No one's going to punish you. You won't receive a fine. You're definitely not going to go to jail. You're not going to die. No one's going to kill you. Therefore, the shopping trolley presents itself as the perfect example of whether a person will do what is right without being forced to do it. You gain nothing from returning the shopping trolley. In other words, you must return the shopping trolley out of the goodness of your own heart. You must return the shopping trolley because it's the right thing to do, because it's correct. Now, the theory claims that the humble shopping trolley is basically what determines whether a person is a good or a bad member of society. Now, some of you out there might think that's pushing things a little bit. You know, in your mind, you might think this whole thing seems a bit far-fetched. You might be thinking, Gavin, it's a wee bit oversimplistic. But it kind of stopped me in my tracks. The shopping trolley theory, for me, is representative of so many moments in life where we find ourselves faced with a very simple decision of doing the right thing or not. Picking up litter, picking up your dog poo, tidying the house, preparing for a job interview, helping your parents, saying thank you, checking in on someone that you've not heard from for a wee while. You know, being kind. I could keep going, but quite often the right thing requires a bit more energy, a bit more effort, doesn't it? But here's the thing, we feel better for doing it. There's always the easy route for those that want to take it. Now, this whole thing is about being in a moment and making a decision, the right decision. So before we finish up, if we are faced, in life, when you are faced with a continuous daily decision-making dilemma, as we often are, if you find yourself presented with one of these moments and you know what the right thing is to do, but there's an easier, quicker, half-assed kind of way, you know, no matter how much more effort's involved or how much more time it's going to take, just you think to yourself, put the trolley away. Hit that subscribe, I can't even speak, the subscribe button. Put the trolley away.